The fitness industry. What are the top businesses that I would recommend for you to start if you enjoy the fitness industry? Let's say you love working out, you love personal training, whatever it is, sculpting your body, and you want to help people out and you want to kind of follow that passion and turn it into a business. I have the top different businesses you can start in this industry. And as always, if you get value out of today's video, please hit like and subscribe. Okay, so number one, if I was going to start a gym, I would start a gym with minimal equipment. Now, wait before you tune away from this video. Let me explain. There are numerous gyms that you can start that have a lower startup cost that make just as much as the gyms with all the heavy equipment and tons of equipment and weights all over the place, okay? You think of like Planet Fitness. There's so many different machines. They all cost a ton of money. It takes a ton of money to build out a Planet Fitness because of all the machines. But what if we started a gym with less expensive equipment or no equipment at all? Let me explain that. A yoga studio. A yoga studio, all you need is a yoga mat. That's it. You need a yoga teacher. You need nice ambiance, maybe mirrors, nice black ceiling to kind of move the mood. There's not much equipment. And yoga studios, you'd be surprised, almost cost as much for you to join as a normal gym, because it's instructor-led, and it's crazy. So they have no equipment, and all they have is their lease, which is a smaller, because they're probably limiting their class to 20 to 30 people. So you have a smaller lease, smaller expense with almost the same amount of revenue. So why would you start a weight gym when you should start a yoga studio? And the reason you start a weight gym is because your ego. You want to have a gym with all this equipment and stuff for you to look important and feel important, when the reality is it's about the money. And you can make way more money running a yoga studio. Number two, a little bit more expense here is a spin class, okay? You have all these spin bikes, stationary bikes, that you could have 20 to 30 of them in a class. Again, you need a small suite here, a small rental place to where you can put up some mirrors, put some mood, things, same thing as a yoga studio, build out, but you don't need a massive building with all these machines and stuff like a Planet Fitness. You just need a spin class. Number three, group fitness. Group fitness, you may have some weights, maybe some barbells, but this is similar to like an F45 or Orange Theory, maybe some treadmills in there. But group fitness is you have a smaller suite, instructor-led, 20 to 30 people coming in to a instructor-led group fitness class. Pilates is another thing. You have to buy some equipment, but you don't need a ton of space for this. You just need 20 to 30 people maybe coming in at once, maybe 10 to 15 in Pilates. And then another one is a music dance class. You'll see a lot of older men and women who don't want to lift heavy weights, but they want to come in and get their cardio and their heart rate up. You'll see music dance classes. Again, small area, mirrors, ambiance, and a build out of minimal cost. You can make a lot of money with these type of businesses in the fitness industry. Another thing, kids gymnastics, you need to know what you're doing with this. But again, the build out is a little bit lower. Parents are willing to pay to send their kids to gymnastics so they can learn how to fall, how to, operate themselves and all this stuff. But whatever, I don't really understand it. I don't have kids yet, but kids gymnastics, huge, that you can make a lot of money in that type of business. Okay, number two, personal training. Okay, this is a little bit harder. Personal training is a little bit harder to get started, but once you get started, the word of mouth will help you spread, because people love talking about their experience. So they have a great experience with you, they feel better, they feel more fit, they get complimented, they'll say, you need to go to Nate for your personal training. So great business because there's very minimal cost other than your time. So as long as you're being compensated fairly for your time and you can fill up your calendar and manage it that way, you can make very good money personal training. Number three, food prep, planning, and nutrition advice. Okay, a lot of people, meal prep, meal planning is one thing that people are starting to understand, that your fitness starts and it ends in the kitchen. You do not become fit by just going to the gym. You have to incorporate a good diet and eating good. They say abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym. I fully believe that, because I don't have a six-pack, because I like to eat certain things. So I will say you can make very good money being a home chef for somebody, planning their meals, being a nutritionist. Very good money in this, because people are trying to find a way to get into better shape so they can live longer and live more vibrantly with more energy. Number 4 is specific sport training. I have some friends that specifically train people in football as a quarterback coach, or maybe baseball pitching. They're a pitching coach that they've competed at a high level with this, maybe in college, maybe professional, maybe not professional, but they can host camps, maybe teaching soccer goalies, teaching hockey, whatever sport you played. You definitely need to be somewhat talented in that, or have a history of doing it, or take a clinic in it or something. You need to provide value in this. If you've never played basketball, I wouldn't host a basketball camp, obviously. But what I'm trying to say is specific sport training, the more niche that you're focused. A lot of parents are willing to pay money for somebody to train their kid because their kid has an aptitude to become potentially professional athletes someday. So at a local level, you can train people to become better at their sport. I take golf lessons, and the instructor does a great job trying to help me with my golf swing. Let's put it that way. Number 5, side hustles. Okay, so there are some side hustles that you can do in the fitness industry. Number 1 is a referee. So let's say you love being around sports. You like being around sports, but you want to make money doing it. Well, you can be a referee or an announcer, or something to do with the management of the day of sport. Okay, so youth sports, making sure that games are starting on time, the clock is being adjusted, the scoreboard's being adjusted, making sure that the daily activities on a weekend of a AAU event or travel sports, travel leagues, that things are getting managed properly. This can be a side hustle because during the week, sometimes there's not events, and usually the events don't occur between 8 and 5 during the week. So you can work a normal job, become a referee, or a camp director. Maybe there's a soccer camp going on a weekend where parents are dropping off their kids. Being a camp director where you're not necessarily teaching the kids, but you're helping making sure everybody's organized within that sport. So these are the top industries or top side hustles in business that I would start in the fitness industry. I would definitely shy away from starting a heavy equipment gym. I would look at it from a business decision, purely from a profit based on your investment. Okay. And as always, if you're looking for a business idea, I have a free ebook right here that you can look in the bio, where you can download it for free, and it'll teach you how to find your business idea and also how to potentially buy a business with no money. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.